Have you ever felt like the inner storm is about to capsize everyone around you? You're exhausted, hiding your doubts or burnout, and suddenly the people you love most are feeling the waves too. That's exactly what happened to Jonah, and it's happening to churches every day. And today we're diving into Jonah 1, where one man's silence unleashes a massive storm. And if you've ever felt broken, burnout, or bored with the church, this message is for you. Stick around. There's hope and a simple step that can change everything. Be right back.
When the songs feel empty and the pews feel cold, broken hearts are heavy, burned out, growing old, bored with all the motion, wondering where's the fire. Welcome to the Unquittable Church, where healing rises, rest is found, purpose starts to stir. No more hiding, no more striving in the dark. You're not too far, come alive, ignite your heart. The Unquittable Church, bringing healing, rest, and purpose for the broken, the burnt out, the bored.
Yes. Picture this. Jonah's running from God, boards a ship to Tarshish instead of Nineveh, and thinks he can escape. But God sends a violent storm, and the ship is about to break apart. The sailors are terrified, crying out to their gods, throwing cargo overboard, and Jonah, he's below deck fast asleep. The captain wakes him up. How can you sleep? Get up! Call on your God! And then they ask, who's responsible for this terrible trouble that we're in? Jonah finally speaks. I'm Hebrew, and I worship the Lord, the God who made the sea and the dry land. Well, that confession terrifies them, but it also shifts everything. His unspoken burden was endangering everyone. Sound familiar? When we hide our struggles, our burnout, our shame, our boredom, it ripples throughout everyone. Leaders suddenly getting snippy at volunteers. Somebody who's a friend starts to fade away from volunteering, and the whole community starts to hurt. That's why one of our 6 unquittable actions is encourage speaking. Voices silenced by fear or shame need to be invited back in. When we encourage honest sharing, we build trust and gospel-centered community. And Scripture backs this up. Proverbs 18 says the tongue has the power of life and death. James 5 tells us to confess to each other and pray so we can be healed. And look at Galatians. Remember, carry each other's burdens? We're not meant to sail alone. I've been there, feeling like my storm would risk sinking the ship. And if I admitted how tired and disconnected I was. But when I started speaking up in safe spaces, the weight lifted. Others stepped in and helped carry it. And that's healing in action. In fact, in our Cast to the Depths mentorship series, it's an 8-week journey through Jonah. We're exploring how God uses these simple storms to redirect us. And this week's focus is on encouraging speaking, inviting the silence back to the table. So no one stays asleep down in the hold while the chaos is raging. So here's your challenge this week. Identify someone who seems quiet or withdrawn. Maybe in your small group, family, or church, but invite them for coffee and ask, how are you really doing? Then just listen. No fixing, no advice. Let their words breathe and watch how God moves. Maybe it's the start of rest for them or rediscovering their purpose. Hey, if this message resonates, grab the full article, The Storm Rises, on our website, unquittablecchurch.com. It's packed with some discussion questions, and it ties right into the mentorship series. In fact, you'll also find the link to sign up for the Cast to the Depths mentorship series. Friends, the storm rises not to destroy us, but to draw us closer to God and each other. So let's make church unquittable by encouraging speaking, listening actively, and carrying burdens together. And you've got this. God's mercy is bigger than any storm. Now, hit the like and share this with somebody. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. So take care and keep speaking up.